basically create virtual tours. That's how we started. But we had virtual tours with a slight difference. Our camera that we use, which is just here, has laser scanners as well built into it. So not only are we taking photos, we're taking full-on measurements like you would when you survey. We combine that together to give a full 3D virtual reality tour, which goes it's a quick turnaround within 48 hours. We come on site, we take photos, you can get 1 million photos from it, all high res, used for marketing. You can get new ones without getting a new photographer in, because you can just move around and take a new photo, so there's always a good reason to do it. But it does have 3D rendering built into it, which is the wow effect that we call it. All right, so that's the bit that catches people, especially on social media. So we have, when you do get our services, it comes automatically with a social video teaser of it, and it also comes with full social media sharing. So all compatible with any device really on virtual reality. So you can basically get your customers online in virtual reality, showcasing your properties, your businesses, or even your services. And we've worked with nuclear power plants, we've worked with nursing homes, we've worked with shops, retail shops, we work in estate agencies. The list is endless. It's adaptable to pretty much any industry at the moment, so it's exciting. Whilst we come from the roots of estate agents, that's how we started. We've been developing, and we're still developing, so that's why material isn't all about healthcare right now. But we're developing the virtual reality programs to aid and assist healthcare. So, for example, paralytic people, when they're in the rehabilitation or in a room area that's enclosed, they can't get out, and they have to go through a lot of training and physical exercise. VR has been proven to reduce healing times in that by 30%. And that's where we get involved in, so we can basically transport the patient as such. A typical person that we use as an example was they had a 6-month roadmap to recovery. On average, that person was 6 weeks, 7 weeks ahead on recovery time, all down to the psyche, and because they're not actually in the same environment. Now, you might think that's just one person, but that's 6 weeks, 7 weeks of a bed of additional support staff, and that's taking strain off the NHS. And that's what we're looking at. So that's one of the reasons that we do it. I myself have family members with Asperger's, so the benefits of being able to take an area and showcase it before they actually go eases their anxiety. So that could help as well. So there's that aspect to it, as well as the social. So today we're hearing people in the conference room which are sharing their stories, which is amazing. And some of them are, I don't know how they've managed to get through what they've got through, I'll be honest. It's quite moving and it's touching, but it's amazing that they're there standing strong, sharing what they've been through. And what I would say is, what we're developing at the moment is a platform to be able to bring people without having to travel together in virtual reality. So a social room where people can gather. But what we focus on is making it real world life. So if you're going to be in a virtual reality environment, it has to be a real place in the real world, in our eyes. It can be created, computer generated. We feel that doesn't feel real, and that's the difference with what we try and do at VRImpact. So we're in the development stage now of being able to get users to select a character as such and be professionally in an environment where obviously when they speak, in VR their animation would speak for them, lips would move, be able to interact with people that have come to the same seminar, as well as that it's hosted and it's administrated by a main person at the front, So it's very much like you're seeing today, but in a virtual world. These are all our development R&D. That's why we have links with Wiz, and we're looking at basically being able to give adopt that for more of a social networking, whereas I could be in a room with people in London. So that's what VR brings. I mean, the technology changes weekly, daily, I would say, in some parts. I'm forever spending a lot of my time in R&D rather than where I should be in sales and doing events like this, But what I would say is there's lots of different initiatives out there. Facebook's got an initiative in the next, I think it's 5 to 10 years. They want to remove devices completely So no phones, no tablets, no laptops, can you imagine that? So we'll all either be wearing glasses or contact lenses, but that's something that they've got the funds to do, and I do believe that that's the way the world could go. So you wouldn't see it, but I think that's for the better as well. That brings digital world into real world environment, but without the anti-socialism. So you won't find people when you get on that train, everybody's on the phone. Don't need that, but they might be busy, they might still have that social interaction. But the world's changing, and that's just one aspect. Every industry, it's worth 50-something billion now, and that's just, don't quote me on that, but it is up that way. And it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as an industry.